Hi, I'm Sharon Spangler. Welcome to our program, and I've got Oscar Delgado with us. Welcome to the program. You're always so much fun to talk to. You're so committed to the whole community engagement, and you recently held a meeting. It was a forum in conjunction with the school district, Washoe County School District, and the Reno Police Department on education and safety, and you did it all in Spanish, which is amazing.
Right, and let me just start off by thanking you, Sharon. You do a great job, and it's great to be back and to be able to talk with the community and get to share some of the activity that we've been doing in the community. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Work in collaboration with the school district, with Superintendent Pedro Martinez and Trustee Lisa Ruggiero was there. The RPD was there, of course, with their gang unit, and also the school police. And so it was a collaboration of a need that the community was asking for. I think now as a new council that we're looking at really engaging the community as best we can. And I think we've seen that there's been some opportunities, some groups that have been looking to be more incorporated or more invested and seeing how we can make those communications happen. And one of the communications was the Spanish-speaking community, of course, and that's why we held it with, did it all in Spanish. And that was a lot of fun, but it was also very engaging. A lot of opportunity for the community to reach out to us in their native tongue and express some of their concerns, but also some of their ideas. And I think overall it went really, really well.
What I got was that there was a lot of emotion in that crowd.
There was a lot of emotion. There's a few speakers that actually started crying when they were talking and sharing their concerns or their experiences in the community. And so, I mean, at some points you could see that some of the people on the board were actually felt that emotion as well. And I think it just kind of shows that people appreciate the more engagement that we have with the community. If we put ourselves out there and are at least a lot more accessible to answer direct questions. And of course, sometimes they get emotional because with that group in particular, they felt as though they didn't have a voice. And so now to be able to share that voice with us in their native tongue, for us to be able to express our concerns as well and to see how we can help with that, I think did really well and made it quite successful.
Well, it's great that you had the police there, and it seemed like there was a lot of conversation about how to handle things like, well, I'm afraid for my children, they're walking home from school and I feel like they have to walk through sort of a bad neighborhood. Right. And so you had the police there and they had a face there with a name and someone that they could actually call and talk to about that.
Right. I think it's so important that we are viewed as a friendly hand in terms of what we're trying to do, what types of services we're trying to deliver. Quite often the community, if we're not known or we're not known to be a friendly face, they'll disengage and step back. And we don't want that, especially when kids are walking home from school or to school, or seniors or parents in the community. They want to feel safe. And so to share some of the things that the community can do to help with that process, as we see that we're all short-staffed and we're all wearing four different hats, right, to see how can we also as a city, as a community, reach out and ask for help from the community, and they would love to participate, they just don't know how. And to actually have our gang unit and the school police and everyone else to say, this is what we would like our parents to do. Is it just calling 334-4636, 334-INFO, Reno Direct to give that information, or is it for them to walk with their kids? If they see graffiti, to call that in. If they see things that they just don't feel as being safe, to call those things in. So hopefully we're able to help with dealing with some of those issues so that it makes them feel more safe at home.
You seem to have really taken that to heart, to reach out to the community. I know you've gone around to a number of the schools in the Washoe County School District to reach out to the kids. You're reaching out to Latinos. You've had one town hall meeting. As many of our viewers probably know, the City Council made a decision to completely revamp the way that we communicate and reach out to our residents. We've done away with the neighborhood advisory boards and have replaced them with forums, and we're going to have hot topic meetings, and we're going to have all kinds of new outreach for residents so that they can communicate with us in the way that they feel most comfortable, whether it's online with our Think Reno portal, or whether it's going to a meeting or making a phone call. And there is another set of forums coming up, and yours is April 17th at the
Women's and Wellness Center there in the Neal Road Recreational Park area. It's just right next door to the Boys and Girls Club, also in the Neal Road, Miguel Rubiera Park, next to the community center, the City of Reno's community center. I think it's providing more information about what we're doing as council members, what we're doing as a city, to be able to have open conversation with the community. I think it's so important that we have a setting that's informal. Allows for people to actually feel a lot more comfortable when they're engaging with us, versus sometimes what we've done in the past, a lot more formal ways of how we run meetings and quorums and rules and everything else. So I think this allows for people to this allows for people to kind of talk a little bit more freely, and that's what we hope to be able to do, with kind of a framework, so to say, about some of the issues that are popping up and what's going on.
Specific to neighborhood
Exactly,
kind of stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
So more neighborhood focused. If there's any big changes in terms of development that are going on, that we could express to the community so they know what's going on. Any short, long-term goals that the city is currently working on. A lot of information, but again, it's a big opportunity for the community to freely engage with us about some of the concerns that they have. And I think that's going to be the ultimate big thing that we take away from this, is people not having to feel that they're so caged in on some of these rules of the way that things are set up in a framework, that they feel kind of not really sure what the process is or how to communicate with that.
That's great. So I think the big message here is that the City Council really wants to hear from everyone. They really want everybody's input and views on issues and ideas. And
right. And I think a really great thing about it too is, even though people may not live in my ward, in Ward 3, if they can't make it to my ward, go to somebody else's forum, and vice versa. If they can't make it to the set dates at those wards, come out to mine. I mean, as a council, we all work on issues across the city, and we all to try and be as inviting and also to answer as many questions as we can. So please come. If you don't have any concerns, we love hearing ideas, right?
Right.
It doesn't always have to be concerns. We love hearing new ideas, or just sharing with us some of the things that you want to continue to see. That's another thing that's really important to us as well, to gauge the community about the direction that we're moving as a city.
And you can see he is a great person to talk to, and you're always open. Thank you so much.
Thanks again for having me, Sharon. It really means a lot to me, and I hope to see the community present at our meetings. And if nothing else, please reach out to me via email or give me a call. I try to be as accessible as I can.
Great. And thank you all for watching.